Hi, I'm Lisa. I woke up this morning thinking that I'm pretty glad to be a lawyer, and I wanted to explain why. When I was young, I was interested in really exploring what something means. When the government says something, when somebody in the news says something, what does it mean? And studying the law means you break those things down and really examine one part versus another part, even of a sentence. And that's kind of boring, but what it results in is the ability to look at a government policy and determine, does this really match what it is supposed to match? And thinking about current events, this past week, Kilmar Abrego was finally released. And I know something about that. I know that he started his attention in our news cycle by being a guy who was picked up and suddenly sent to another country. And he was somebody who had come here years ago and had a deportation case, and he won his deportation case. He was granted something, a protection called withholding of removal. And he, in those cases, which are kind of like asylum cases, he convinced an immigration court that he should be protected and should not be sent back to his country, which was El Salvador. And when he was picked up by our administration this time, they sent him directly there and ignored that he had had any kind of protection. So it took a long time, but the law won and the lawyers won. And that is really important to know, that in these times when our government is suddenly acting against people and not paying attention to due process, to the Constitution, the notion of due process, that people have a fair chance to fight for themselves in court and that the government can't suddenly take an action against you. That is in the Constitution. That's from the beginning of our country. The Fifth Amendment and the 14th Amendment of the Constitution protect these things. So you might not think you need a lawyer next to you right away. And the people like Kilmar Abrego, it took him a long time to win release. And his case isn't finished because this administration seems pretty determined to try to send him out, but they're losing. They're losing over and over again now that the case is finally in the courts. So, yay for lawyers.